So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront, and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Come on in here. Oh, goodness. Good to have you here today as we go through this this week. Let's just leave it at that. I'll let you describe the week better, okay? Everybody's kind of taking it differently. And as we get further away from the events that kind of shocked us all about a week ago now, you know, life kind of settles. The storm is passing just a bit. Lot to think about. But today we're going to talk about that. Talk about the storm and how you become a better person through the storm. We've all been through lots of storms. I know I have. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com on a bit of a mission these days, and it's a mission I never expected to be on. I really didn't. I didn't ask to do what I do now. I just started doing it. I started life as a disc jockey when I was 18. That's all I wanted to do is go on the radio and make you laugh or make you mad or give you a t-shirt. That's kind of what I wanted to do. And over time, as I kind of grew and learned, I began to change a little bit. I began to look for things that were different. I said, well, how do I mean, it was difficult to do any professional job, right? I started trying to figure that stuff out, and I found my way into personal growth. And a friend of mine, Larry, gave me Zig Ziglar's See You at the Top. If you all remember that, it was a cassette series from Nightingale Conant. I think it had 12 cassettes. And he gave it to me, and it was like $100 back in the 80s, and that was a lot of money. That was the beginning of it. That was the beginning of that time when I said, oh, I see the world differently. And it's driven everything about me all along the way. And as I got toward my late 30s, I said, okay, well, wait a second. I think I have a set of skills here that might be able to help. And then podcasting was invented, and I said, well, maybe this is the vehicle, and here we are. 20 years later, one of the first to do it. But it's so long now, a lot of the original podcasters are dying now. Thank God I'm not in that category. But anyway, glad to have you. A lot of storms. And this past week, there's been a few times when I do this program that it's hard to do because I don't consider myself the person that is going to, that's going to give you the deep advice. I don't really position myself like that, although I have a lot to give you. My drive is very simple. It's like, hey, let's stand up and take a step, repeat, and let's go, and let's have our dreams, and let's go create them, and let's make the world a better place. And I know it feels bad, but come on, let's go. And And so when we get in difficult times in a role that I don't often play and always play, I always know there's a need for it. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to say, hey, how you doing? Let's go. Let's do this thing. Let's just work through this. And that's what I think we're doing this week. So storms. I've been through storms in my life. We all have been through many storms. I often don't see storms that way. Even when I'm in them, I don't see them that way. I for whatever reason, I don't like it, but I don't recognize, oh, I'm in a storm right now. I don't. And after a storm, have you ever noticed this? I mean, it never seems as bad, does it? When I look back on some of the toughest parts of my life and the times when I was just kind of derailed, it doesn't feel that way anymore. There's always something there that is good that comes out of it. I was talking to a client the other day and I said, well, what does it take to be a better person during life's difficult moments, during the storms? Listen, I know storms too because I live in Florida. We have massive thunder showers here. I talk to clients all the time and they're like, hey, I got to go. I got a storm outside. Where are you going to go? We're going to go play golf. We have storms here too. Who cares? It's all how you view it, isn't it? Then again, I live in Florida where we go swimming in lakes with alligators and we go in the ocean with sharks. It's all how you view the storm. Some people see a crazy storm and get afraid. Others say, let's go play golf. Yeah, sometimes that doesn't work out so well, but life goes on for some of us. Anyway, when I asked her, I said, what's it take to be a better person during life's difficult moments, life's storms? She had a pretty simple answer, and I wrote it down, as I often do when I'm doing a coaching call. I do many calls every single week, and I keep a document open on my computer the entire week, and I just make notes as I go, and oftentimes they will become a podcast. That's kind of how I get some of my stuff I talk about. Simple answer. Number one, when you're going through a storm of any kind, lead with your internal values and stay the course. Whatever you believe, lean into it. And that is such a wide-ranging way of thinking. Some people, if you're a person of faith, for instance, and I ask you what you believe, you will always say, I believe in my faith. Always. And I never expect another answer. And if I get another answer, I question it, because if they are a person of faith, I would expect that to be the number one answer. If you're not, then who knows what the answer is going to be? Not judging it any way at all. I'm just saying. It's just what you believe, it's your values. But when you're going through a storm, you have to have something to lean on. And if you try to lean externally on people, that's hard because you're feeling it internally. So you need to look inside and say, okay, well, wait a second. How do I feel about this? What's really going on? What do I believe in what's happening? How will I handle this? Go back to who you are and stay the course. You have to make a plan to get out of it. But it always begins with your internal values. Anything that's going on, I can promise you, we talked about this on Monday, that a lot of what's happening right now in this world is because of the values we hold that we're clashing with each other. But they're your values. Values can change. You can be updating them for sure. And lots of times when we go through an event like in the past 7 days, I guess now, when we go through an event like this, a lot of times your values will change. A lot of times you'll question things. You say, this is what I've held forever, but now wait a second. It'll change. It's okay, but they don't change fast. They change because of storms, honestly. So number one, lead with your internal values and stay the course. What is number two?
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Seek advice. Seek resources from others with more wisdom. Now, I say more wisdom. The first thing I thought about was all these videos I see of usually a nose ring and there's colored hair. It's usually what I'm thinking right now. There's nothing in the field of wisdom whatsoever there. That's what I'm thinking. But at the same time, there's a lot of other things that I'm seeing all over the place that this is running mouths and thoughts. It's advice. And yet, is there wisdom behind it? What's the heart behind it? I think one of the challenges we have these days with social media, and social media is a scourge, there's no doubt. It's incredibly powerful. I like to sit down on my Facebook feed and check in on friends and see what's going on like anybody else does. But man, it can be dangerous. But so much of the advice you get there is not there because it's all there for the wrong reasons. And so I don't do a lot of it because I'm like, I'm not going to make stuff up. I'm going to be who I am. So I want you to seek advice when you're going through a storm, but make sure that advice or the resource you're looking for is coming from a place of wisdom. Does that make sense? I mean, if you have a health problem, if you suddenly get diagnosed with cancer or a heart problem or something like that, are you going to go down to the emergency clinic and get your heart fixed? No, because that's where the PA is working that day. I love PAs. I have a lot of PAs in my life, but I don't want them doing heart surgery on me. I'm going to go find the best. I'm going to go up to Jacksonville here in Florida, to the Mayo Clinic. I got some stuff going on up there. I'm going to seek that wisdom. So when you're going through difficult times, yes, you're looking at your internal values because you need to stay the course to get through it. Plus, you need to find somebody you can lean on, somebody who will settle you. I mentioned a day or two ago as I went to church on Sunday after Charlie Kirk got assassinated. I always do. I'm there most weekends. But I went this time specifically just to let him pump wisdom into me. That was his job. And I got up afterwards. Usually I hang around. I'll see my friends and talk a little bit. I said, I got to go. Let's leave. I just walked out. I said, I got what I needed. Boom. What else? Number 1 was lead with your internal values. Number 2, seek more wisdom. And number 3, have faith and courage. The storm will make you stronger. You know, faith and courage is kind of an interesting thing. Faith, usually when you have faith, you probably got a lot of fear going on as well. And it takes a lot of faith to lean into faith. Most people I find hope it's going to be better. That's what they want. But the other side of hope, some people say, is doubt. I somewhat agree with that, but I think fear is really the other side of hope. So having some faith and some hope and some courage, hold that chin high and keep marching forward. And I think it's a great way to make life's uncertainties a little bit more certain. There's one thing to know is that, you know, if you're here and 9 times out of 10, you're going to survive the storm. You're going to be okay on the other side of it. You know that. Is it going to be what you want? Is it going to be challenging? Maybe. Is it going to be incredible? Maybe. Is it going to be a time of peace and relaxation? Probably. Is it going to be back to some level of normalcy? Most likely. You know it's going to get it back to something you're comfortable with. Or if it doesn't, you're at least going to get used to whatever the new normal is, and that becomes normal. People say all the time, Scott, no, I don't agree with the new normal. I said, well, don't you understand that the new normal is still the normal? That's kind of what it is. I like the old normal. Okay, well, that's fine. But we are here now. You can't, it's the old normal. It's in the past. You can't get back to that. It's whatever it is. The more you accept that, the more you try to control it the best you can. And the more you accept that, I can only do so much. It is going to be what it's going to be. And I need to frame this in a way that I can understand it, get the best out of life, and do the best I can while I'm here. Better off you're going to be. Storms, embrace them. And I think the storm is lessening as we go through this week. I think there's a good chance there's a bigger storm on the way. I don't know what that is. It's above my pay grade. I'll deal with it when it gets here. I'll just do the best I can to keep it from coming. All right, have a good day. I will see you tomorrow right here on the Daily Boost.